What's up, guys? I am one Mega Man fan, and welcome to another night of action for Heroes of the Storm. Tonight, we are going to have Winky Face versus Team Braindead, and joining me, my co-caster for the night, is going to be Monkus. Monkus, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Pretty good myself. Guys, we got teams. Right now, they are banning maps and choosing what map we're going to head to first. It looks like we do have a ban on Braxis Holdout from Team Winky Face. And then it looks like Sky Temple was the ban for Team Braindead. I'm just waiting to find out what map we're headed to. And like I said, as soon as we have that, we can get rocking and rolling with the lobby, etc. Gonna be my first Heroes Lounge cast. And Monkus, I believe that's your first one too, correct?
Yes, it's my first official cast ever, actually.
Okay, well, we'll walk you through it. Looks like Battlefield of Eternity is going to be our map. All right, yeah, we're going to get invites going out to those guys. Set ourselves as observers.
Now, Battlefield of Eternity is an interesting choice. I know one team banned Braxis, which is the other two-lane map, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that Battlefield of Eternity comes into play because it's also a two-lane map where one style of play is drastically favored to macro style.
Yeah, that is for sure. We'll see what the teams go with here. You obviously get a lot of fighting over the Immortal here. Hanzo's quite a popular pickup. We do see him a good bit. Let me swap him over. So I'm excited to see what goes on here. I'm hoping for maybe a global like at the Haka. The Haka gets value here, I think. Not a lot of race potential, but having that ability to kind of jump between lanes where you need to is always a nice thing.
I like Dahaka here. I don't think he gets quite as much value as he does on some of the bigger three-lane maps. I think some of the higher priority heroes are going to be people who can do damage to that Immortal, people who can do camps really quickly, because you basically need to figure out whether or not your team wins the race or they need to defend it. And having at least one character that can kill the Immortal by themselves is extremely important.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's why we see a lot of Hanzo, Artanis popular, a little old school Govala, Greymane. There's a lot of options here, Lunara. So thankfully, even with the double bans, you can usually get some solid choices as far as for race potential. Or you just go, you know what, we're going to kill you, and then slowly poke down the Immortal, and then kill you again, slowly poke down the Immortal. Do that nice back and forth. And work that way through it. I'm just going to see if they are ready.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Zul'jin come out here. I see that a couple players on both teams play Zul'jin. He stacks extremely quickly in the 4-man because you're constantly clashing, and he could just destroys the Immortals by himself or with a team.
Yeah, it definitely is something we could see pop up here in this draft. Yes. They want to know if Orphea is still banned. Yeah, she just came out. She is still banned. No Orphea tonight, guys. We are playing on the Orphea patch. So
I believe she's banned until round 3.
Yeah, I think it's round 3. That's because of how the weeks work, so it'll be a little weird, but that gives us time for the hero to be balanced out, which is always a good thing. Alright, they just need a second on getting ready, which is fine. We are still nice and early, thankfully.
So Team Braindead, this is their map where they get first picked. So Winky Face is the one that wanted to play here.
Yes, Winky Face, because Team Braindead had choice of first pick or map pick, and they wanted to go with the first pick. Or Team Braindead wanted first pick, yeah. Too many teams. Too many teams.
Now, in looking at the teams, I saw that B Train was a bit of a Gul'dan main, and this is a very good map for Gul'dan. He does great damage to the Immortal, and he can get corruption stacks really fast in that 4-man slot. That the 4-man is a really great area for any quest heroes that need to do things where they hit another hero with their ability. So it'll be interesting to see if he brings that.
Yeah, definitely will be interesting to see. Guys, we are jumping in to game number 1 of this best of 3 Battlefield of Eternity. First pick a man going to be over to the side of Team Braindead on the left in the blue trunks. And they're going to have their bands coming out here initially. I'm kind of curious to see what they want to go for here. Obviously, we expect certain bans from Winky Face, at least regarding one of the players on Team Braindead. We'll see if it comes out or not.
You know, one thing I absolutely expect to see is Mal'Ganis get banned by Team 2. Like, that's kind of the meta right now. Whoever has second pick has to ban Mal'Ganis. He's just too strong of a hero.
Yeah, definitely an option for something to ban out here, but looks like it's going to get taken off the board by Team Braindead.
Okay.
Interesting choice. It may be that they just don't want to play it, so by banning it out here, it's one less thing they have to worry about. You know, teams, it's hard because when a hero is banned out so often, it's difficult to get to practice them in a competitive setting like Team League.
This is true. One thing that I have found out about Mal'Ganis is that he's just really easy to pick up and play. You don't need a lot of skill to be really devastating with him. Yeah, some pretty expected bans here. Hanzo does great race. Genji, great for ganking.
Yeah, Genji, a solid ban. Pretty much across the board, pretty much always see that. Hanzo, like you said, race potential is one of the best, if not the best, currently in the game. Do we see more race ban out here is going to be the question from Winky Face. They're actually going to get rid of Garrosh. They do not want to get thrown around. And I can't say I blame them on that one.
Yeah, Garrosh can be really devastating with these clumped up team fights and getting people out of position. And especially if you're defending the Immortal, he can just toss you into the stun.
Yeah, you don't want to be thrown out of position. It does not help your team. Makes it a little more work for your support. And the supports already have a hard enough time as it is keeping the team up. You don't want to have them diving forward to get that heal. We see a Tyrande here out of Team Braindead, which is not what I was expecting, considering the bans. I was really expecting a Stukov from them. I know that they do favor him quite a bit. But having that cleanse or pseudo cleanse on level 1 is a great choice.
She also does great attack damage for racing the Immortal down, and hitting the Immortal gives her more healing options. And there's your Stukov.
Yeah, there is the Stukov. Not on the side I thought it'd be on. Blaze as well for that solo lane. Although we have seen, it's kind of weird, main tank Blaze, seeing him a lot more often in games. Raynor picked up here for Team Braindead. Good race potential. There's that Diablo old school combo with Tyrande. So I definitely like those two heroes together.
Yeah, I would be surprised to see if it's a main tank or an off tank Blaze, because you play both very differently. That extra slow on the oil spill has made a really big difference in giving Blaze viability in the main tank role.
Mm-hmm. And they also could go something with that kind of chases down heroes, maybe like a Kerrigan or a Tracer. The ban on Yrel, to me, says Blaze is going to be the offlaner, though.
Probably. Yrel is the one that he struggles with the most, and unless you want to specifically play a hero that deals with Yrel, she's really hard to deal with in this offlane.
Yeah. Now, what'll be interesting to see is if we get some squishier picks here from Team Winky Face in this 3-4 slot. There's potential for a Zeratul pickup on the other side from Team Braindead. You know, VP comboed with APOC is a big deal. Plus, Tyrande could go Starfall if she wanted, and then just all that damage jumping at one spot. Not a fun time. Cassia Johanna picked up for Winky Face, getting those blinds out here. What do you think about this?
I really love this pickup. You got the two blinds, they work well together. Cassia is one of the low-key best heroes for dealing damage. She does great damage AoE. She does great chunky auto attacks. I love it.
Do we have something? I think we might have it mixed up. I think the right team might be Team Brain Dead, even though that's not where I put them.
We'll see.
We'll find out when the game starts because we'll know for sure. But
Brain Dead had first pick though, right?
Yeah, they had first pick. So and they didn't yell at me. So I should definitely right.
Side.
I think DB Smiley's just screwing with me in chat here. Lucio Li Ming here for the side of Team Brain Dead. Double support pickup. No soul laner though.
I'm interested to see what they use to the soul lane. I have no idea how that comp works. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Yeah. Okay, we definitely do have him on the right side. So we are right. DB's just messing with me in chat because he's my favorite person. All right, guys. So we're loading into the game here. Based off these drafts, Monkus, who do you think has it? Ignore the team names. Who do you think has it based off the draft?
I don't know what DB Smiley or what Team Brain Dead is doing with their composition, so it's really hard for me to say who wins this out because I feel like there's something I'm missing here that is going to give them, that hidden edge, that little thing that you're unexpecting and can't adapt for. But just as far as straight up comps, I gotta say I like Winky Face because they win the race, they have really good sustain, and they have great area denial.
Yeah, definitely I would have to agree with you on that. Speaking of Winky Face, on the right in the red, we have FE Max on that Blaze. We're going to have VZ on the Stukov, Genzers on that Cassia, B-Train is going to be on Johanna, and Brickhouse with the B-Steps on that Junkrat. And on the left-hand side in the blue, we are going to have Team Brain Dead, Dark Angel on that Diablo, DB Smiley on that Tyrande. Mosh are going to be playing Lucio, Malthanis on that Li Ming, and Raynor up top of the Soul Lane, going to be played by Jack V1.
That's an interesting choice because with Li Ming comps, you really want to get those picks. That's how it works, and they're just kind of missing damage in that bottom lane right now.
Yeah, but they also can stay down here forever. Between the Lucio and the Tyrande, that is a ton of healing. So far they're winning this out, and they're actually getting some nice poke onto the Swall already with these Li Ming orbs. Gonna force out the members of Winky Face to take that damage or take structure damage.
That is one thing Li Ming just absolutely excels at, is that poke, and between the two teams, there's just infinite healing and sustain on the blue side, so they could just keep on this pressure until the red team does something to answer for it.
Yep. Now Raynor did go with Exterminator at level 1, the extra damage to minions, monsters, and mercenaries. So that'll be a nice little buff for them on this map. Anything else look out of the ordinary to you as far as these picks initially for talents?
Well, I like Exterminator. Normally you go with the ace in the hole at level 1 to get the kills, but you get Exterminator to win the race.
Okay, we got a little pause here. Is it a disconnect? Frozen player connection issues. Okay, guys, that's fine. Little pause, no big deal. It's okay because I realized I had the wrong scene up, so you guys couldn't even read the talents. So I do apologize. Just getting a little back to it here. Li Ming did go Aetherwalker at level 1, which is weird. Somebody in chat pointed that out.
I never see that happen. I never see Li Ming's take Aetherwalker. It's almost always orb, spell damage at level 1, or missiles. So again, what I'm thinking what they might be doing is going for like a hyper aggressive, like Li Ming blinks into the team kind of strategy, getting the damage off. I think it's at 7 when Li Ming can get damage off of her blink, and so just have Li Ming just be poking people out and then hard diving in to get that damage in.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try here. We're gonna count down, guys. All right, which are back down?
Which it's not going to help him during the team fight in the middle, but it gives him a lot of sustain in laning, and especially if they're able to bully the other team off of those orbs.
Yeah. This Li Ming getting nice angles here on to these waves. They're actually cleaning this up pretty quick. Meanwhile, up top, Junkrat swapped with Blaze, or to deal with that Raynor. Jack was just winning that out a little too hard, it looks like. So Brickhouse going to come up here, make sure they get some of that cleaned up. Now see Li Ming actually rotating up here, which may be a sign that Raynor is going to head over to the camp, and he is in fact headed there with DB Smiley. And we see on the other side 4 Winky Face, Jenzers, and VZ going over. And looks like Max coming over just to keep an eye out as well. Owl going to spot this out. So fairly standard start here off the initial point.
Yep, let's see. Oh no, blue team went ahead and took the camp straight away. Usually what people like to do is hold off on taking the camps until right before the Immortal spawn, but both teams decide to go ahead, get the spawn capped, and move into position for the Immortal phase.
Yeah. Now we do see Raynor up top already with the Li Ming. Bottom lane we see a bit of an engage. Not going to get the stun there from Blaze on the Dark Angel, so Diablo will walk away here.
Very close, very close. If he got stunned, I think that Diablo's dead.
Yeah, but the good thing is that attempt for Team Braindead gave them free time to poke this down, and it's halftime already between that Li Ming and that Raynor.
They just deleted that Immortal.
It's Jimmy. Jimmy's just good. And they're going to clean up the camps. Obviously, they're going to have the defensive spawns here. Johanna looking for the cutoff here. Li Ming split from the team. Diablo taking a lot of damage. There's the stun. Tron going to come out with the silence.
And Li Ming's just hanging back and finishing off the Immortal while there's 4v5 is going on.
Yeah, she got kind of split from the team initially. She's going to have to start to back off here, though. Does not want to risk getting picked off. Kind of low on mana as well, too.
I'd like to see somebody from the red side go and kill... Sorry, there we go. And about Cassius doing work on the Immortal now, while they try to do as much area denial they can on the... Oh! Blaze barely gets away.
Yeah, Blaze barely sneaks out of that, but that obviously gives a sign for the team to move in as Blaze has to back out due to that HP that's missing. And first Immortal going to go over to Team Braindead. Not a big surprise based off their comp. The question is, are they going to push as 4 with it, or are they going to just go to the other lane? Obviously, first Immortal, not a lot of pushing potential.
Looks like Li Ming's going to go soak bot while everybody else pushes in the top lane. And wow, I'm just amazed at how fast Raynor was able to destroy that Immortal. Like he brought the Immortal down to halftime before the other team could even respond. Oh, Diablo put out position there.
It's okay, he's got double support. Gonna be tough to kill anybody with this double support comp here from the side of Team Braindead. Li Ming down to the bottom of Blaze. They actually get the wall down and the well, which is about as good as you normally get with the initial Immortal, assuming you don't have something like a Sylvanas to shut down the structure. Don't think they're going to quite claim this. They might stay and try for it, but it'd be a little risky given that there's no mini wave here and they are going to back out.
Yeah, that was about as well as you could expect to get out of that first Immortal. Let's see if the teams decide to keep stacked up like this here, or if they move off and, yeah, they're switching back to a 4-1, but now on opposite lines.
Yeah, and it makes the most sense. And you see Raynor come down to the bottom, which Blaze is not going to be very happy about, especially after earlier when he swapped with Junkrat, specifically because Jack was getting so much value down there. Up top, going to be a little back and forth. Teams locking in those level 7 talents.
No real big surprises here so far. Seeing a lot of very standard picks. Oh, no. Disconnect, I'm guessing.
Yeah, another disconnect. We will start the timer again. Raynor's level 1 is Exterminator, Leo. Gonna get that extra damage on the minions, monsters, and mercenaries, including the Immortal. So it gets a lot of value, which we saw at that initial race.
He also went Field of Rush at 7, so he's going to get as much value out of his auto attacks as he can. And Fight or Flight, just comboing all these things together to get as much value out of his W and E on the Immortal phase. And it looks like Li Ming did go Calamity at 7. So it'll be interesting to see what other talents she picks to go into this teleport build. I know that it's like a specific teleport build that you just don't see that often.
I mean, as long as she's not taking damage, it works. But the thing is if you're teleporting in, you're probably going to take damage as Li Ming. Like, let's be honest. It's just something that happens.
Yeah, usually you're hoping for Calamity to get that last final hit and then activate Dominance and all of your other abilities coming off of cooldown. But at least with this double support comp, Li Ming doesn't mind as much if she does it, get the kill straight away. Obviously, she wants to get value out of her trait, but with the double support, she's at least able to survive long enough to get out.
Yeah, definitely. We're just waiting on it here. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Do apologize about the pauses here. Just a little bit of an issue. Advent, am I going to cast? I mean, I could try, but it'd be a little tough. And they prefer if you don't always stock the same team, Advent. So it's probably not going to happen, but, you know, we can see if we can sneak a few other ones in there.
Yeah, so far, no kills by either teams. Haven't been able to get a pick off. With one side having crazy amount of sustain and not a whole lot of pressure and killing power, it's been pretty much of a standstill whenever the teams have tried to engage each other.
Yeah, it's definitely... The nice thing is they do the burst with Li Ming, so there's potential there for Team Brain Dead. Cassia has some nice follow-up potential, but you gotta have that poke down from Junkrat before she can kind of go in and get that final blow. And, you know, there's not a lot of CC either from Winky Face. Now, Stukov, is he going into the... I think he has... Level 13 with Stukov, I believe, is the root inside your silence if you have the slow already. So, and he did go Feta Touch at level 1. So there's a chance that they may be able to get that off. And then if they can get that off, they'll be able to go from there. I know, Advent, I've casted a lot of your guys' games. I just like you guys too much.
Feta Touch is a really common pick. I would have thought he would have taken the one that causes his E to deal more damage, so that they could get that extra killing potential on Team Braindead, because they're just missing a little bit of damage each time from each engage to finish them off. We'll see if the Feta Touch works out, because that means that he has much better options to more frequently root them. But I think that what they're missing right now is just that killing potential.
Oh, hey, it looks like Cassia may be back. Game apparently hard crashed on poor Genzers. He thinks he's back. Okay, we got one ready. Hopefully we'll get the other ready. We got the other ready. We're going to count down, guys. Hopefully this will start right up like it's supposed to. There we go, guys. Jumping back in. Cassia able to walk away here. Not get picked off. And we'll see the continued poke. There's a little bit of a lead here in experience for the side of Team Braindead. Not quite snowball level yet, but we'll see what happens as we get closer to that level 10. I'm thinking it's probably going to be an APOC out of Diablo here. Do you think it's going to go that way, or go with the Lightning Breath?
Well, they don't have the true combo potential. Usually when you take APOC, you want something else to really force the combination of the two abilities. I think Lightning Breath just helps out the most because it's more damage. It slows them down to get hit by the area of effect abilities from Raynor and Li Ming.
That's true. It does leave that option there for them. We're going to see teams both rotating over to those Shaman camps, getting those picked up real quick here. And now the race begins. Looks like we're going to see defense out of Winky Face since this is a great call as they do not have a ton of race on their side of the field. Mal'Thannus a little split from the team. Does have Dark Angel there to help heal for him.
I would like to see Winky Face keep one person dedicated to damaging the Immortal, because right now they're just going to slowly lose this fight unless they get somebody hitting that Immortal.
Yeah, they
and
are.
There goes Junkrat.
Yeah, Junkrat's headed down, but this gives a free chance for the clear top for Team Braindead. Get rid of that camp there. It's going to be the stun. No follow up there. Leaving Orb connects on the Blaze. There's a silence from the Stukov.
Does he get away?
I think he gets away. He has that slowdown on the ground there. They're going to get the root as well on that point. This is a 4v5 though. Team Braindead looking to move in here, starting to poke down this Immortal. Unfortunately, Junkrat just does not have a ton of race potential here. Hey,
not compared to Raider. Look at that red Immortal go down.
Yeah, it's getting burned. Now the question is where do these go?
Junkrat was on that blue Immortal almost the entire time, and Raynor goes on there for just a few seconds and beats him in damage.
Yeah, very unfavorable spawn here for the side of Winky Face. They're gonna go in on Dark Angel here. There's the silence. Junkrat with the knockback gonna push Dark Angel away. Maybe a little bit of misplay. They might have had a chance to get a pick there. But this gives time for Team Braindead to tap. Diablo's going to hit the top wave, going to get that level 10 locked in. They have about a full level lead here already. Wave of Force for Lei Ming.
I think Winky Face just needs to back out here, do what damage they can to the Immortal, and leave.
And this is super risky. They're going to try to stall us out with the tanks. And Raynor going to work on taking this down. Will be another Immortal going over to the side of Team Braindead.
I think that this game is going to be very different once Winky Face gets that root at 13.
Oh yeah, for sure. That root's going to be very important for them. Blaze is going to be top lane, going to try to soak up that level 10 for his team. That may mean that they have to surrender this fort here, which unfortunately gives them more XP, going to make that snowball happen even harder here for Team Braindead as they push in.
Yeah, the question right now is whether or not Winky Face can survive to get to 13, because is that a dead
with the engage? That's a deadly Ming. Junkrat with the Riptire, they get the pick on Raider as well too. It's gonna be 2 kills. Lightning Breath, Diablos comes out. Genzer's trying to walk away here, is not gonna make it, but Dark Angel's gonna fall as well.
His souls.
That's gonna be a 3-for-1 trade, but they will get the fort. So comeback XP is a thing. Winky Face a little bit closer back into the race here. But unfortunately, still going to be a little bit behind as far as experience goes. And they didn't start working on the Immortal right away, so the Immortal might... Nah, I'm not going to get the tower. This is going to be close.
Thus ends my assault on hell.
Okay, the most important thing I think that came out of that fight was Diablo lost all of his souls.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
He's not going to be a full tank for the next few engages, and definitely not by the time the next Immortal comes up.
Yeah, that is for sure. He needs to be sitting in this wave right now, getting these souls stacked up here. Raynor down the bottom lane, gonna have to deal with this push along with this camp.
Both teams deciding to do the camps, which I think is the right call. I think that this benefits Winky Face to be pushing in more because there's a little fort on Braindead's side. So Braindead rotating down, I think this is the right call.
Yeah, there's a Shadow Stalk. They're invisible. They're looking for the pick here. Lei Ming not going to connect, unfortunately. Junkrat going to knock her away. Johanna with the Blessed Shield coming out. Junkrat with the Riptire going to land on multiple moments here. Stukov with the Flare Swipe, split the team. Jensen's getting chased down. Lei Ming falls, though. Dark Angel may be next. No, Jinzer backs off here. Good split by Junkrat there with that concussion mine.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of value out of Junkrat. He's exceptionally hard to play, but when you can land those concussion mines to get people out of the way, he's essentially a ranged Garrosh.
Yeah, definitely. And even with the change now, it makes it even harder to get those off because it shows on the ground where that's going to land, giving you even more time to react to that potential concussion mine trap. Jimmy's going to be working on the camp here.
I think this is a good call, getting the camp while sending Johanna to clear out the top mercs. Oh, or are they just going to leave those top mercs?
I think they're going to leave them. The Shaman camp should counter push that. They want to try to defend this, but Raynor is already on this along with Li Ming, and that's going to be a nice start onto this Immortal. Plus with the buff from DB Smiling on the Tron, there's going to be a nice stun on local member. Silence on the field.
There's the silence. Oh, wow.
Diablo not
That's
making it out.
huge.
Tron's going to be next
Tron
here.
down.
That increased slow we were talking about from Blaze with that oil slick coming in there. DB Smiley not able to walk away, and 13 actually being picked up first for Winky Face. They're ahead for I
They
believe
actually
what is
had
the
that
first time in this
during
game.
that engage.
Yeah. Now, interesting
that-
thing is the Shaman Camp's pushing bottom.
Shaman Camp's pushing bottom. The Siege is still pushing top. We're sending Junkrat to clear the Shaman Camp. Yeah, they're going to have to deal with that before they push with the Immortal, which I think they'll have enough time if they win the race, but they absolutely have to win the race here.
Yeah, they do need to win the race. Max here trying to zone a little bit. They might get this. Raynor's doing his best. Tehran's going to get that extra damage buff for her team. It's
It'll
going to
be
be
close.
close. And it's going to go over to the side of Winky Face. They win their first Immortal here. Should be pushing the top lane. Now, the downfall of it being top lane, or actually I guess the upside is the wall's gone. I thought the wall was still there. I was going to say Diablo with a full wall is dangerous, but that wall being gone, going to be a big help here for Winky Face. They're going to be able to push in with this Immortal. They may start to poke it early here.
Definitely. If that wall was still there, then the melee on their team would be able to walk up to the wall without getting picked off. But we're seeing kind of the Winky Face team come alive post 13.
Bless's Shield did miss. There's going to be a wall here they have to be careful of. Immortal now cleaned up. Junkrat not going to connect on Diablo with that concussion mine. That's what he was shooting for, and they're going to back off here. They're going to take their level lead and experience, say thank you very much. But it looks like Team Braindead wants to fight here.
Oh, they absolutely want to fight right now. It's 15-14. This is going to be the last fair fight they get for a long while.
There's going to be this sound barrier along with that Riptire. Diablo not making it out in one piece. And
Diablo lost all of his souls, and he hasn't gotten back to full souls yet for any of these engages, and it's really been hurting Team Smiley.
Yeah, that's the one downfall on the side of Team Braindead is that they just.
Oh, sorry, I said Smiley. Team
That's
Braindead.
okay. Yeah, Diablo does not stack well here. There's gonna be the combo coming out with the Blessed Shield and the Sun from Blaze. DB Smiley trying to run away here is gonna make it out in one piece thanks to that Lucio speed boost. Raynor soaking the bottom lane trying to get that 16, but this keep is possibly gonna go down here with the help of this Khazra camp. And this would be a big experience boost for Winky Face.
It's still 16-14.
As will my foe.
I'm surprised that Winky Face is backing out. I thought that they could have. I guess they had a 5v4 advantage there, though I guess they didn't know where Raynor was. And if they had taken out that keep, then that's just lane pressure for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't stay for it. However, they also don't want to just give up a free Immortal. We know how fast Raynor can race along with that Li Ming and Tehran. If you wipe there, you're not getting the Immortal at all, and it's going to be a very heavily shielded Immortal against you.
This is true. Playing it safe might be the better option, but oh, can we get blow up? All of them together, that's a triple kill.
That's the triple kill, the big boom there. We saw a stun from the Immortal on to one member. I believe it was the Tehran, and then the follow-up from Winky Face with that Immortal stun. Gets a quick blow up on the three members, and that should secure them at least a halftime here. Great follow-up from them off that little misposition. 16 going to be soaked here. We did lose somebody. I think we lost our co-caster. That's okay,
Yeah,
guys.
Internet's terrible. But Johanna, I was going to say Johanna bringing people into the silence, into the Junkrat Riptire, and also getting hit by Cassia's lightning ball. This is incredible synergy by Winky Face.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming out from them. And unfortunately, the double support was not able to heal through it. Immortal going to be very heavily shielded here. Raynor is back up along with the rest of the team, so they will have a chance to kind of help try to poke this down. But they're probably going to just need to surrender this fort as they do not have that 16 engage on the Jack here. Li Ming going to get the peel. There's the stun with the silence underneath.
The silence and the slow. Oh, the slow by Blaze on top of the silence is absolutely devastating.
It is insane here. And that is going to be 4 ults used for 2 in favor of Winky Face, which is huge here. They had to blow Lucio's sound barrier just to make sure they kept Raynor alive there, which is a big deal. That's going to be necessary if they have a team fight here. They're trying to burn down this Immortal. They're still working through that shield though. I don't even have it in melee range yet. Li Ming a little far forward, should be okay initially. And I'm surprised we don't have a heavier push here onto this structure. They really need to confirm this keep if possible.
Well, I think they're going to get the keep.
Oh yeah, they should get the keep here, but they want to look for a pick initially if they can. If they get a pick off this, they can definitely end the game here. They're going to back off though. Top lane very heavily pushed against them. Gonna get a little value on the wall, not a lot. 16 finally was locked in for the side of Team Brain Dead. But
I think that top push is actually in Winky Face's favor because they can get a lot of experience from these waves that are going to go walk all the way up. Whereas, in order to get value from that top lane, Team Brain Dead is going to have to go all the way to the end of the lane.
Yeah, we do see the engage here on to Johanna. Tough person to kill. Unstoppable comes out. Still going with the swipes. There's even the Riptire connecting with 4 members here. Ball lightning and a lot of damage. Li Ming is looking like she may fall here. There goes the kill on Li Ming from Brick House. Yeah, that's going to be a 1-for-nothing trade.
You can't sleep on Junkrat. You have to know where he is at all times.
Yeah, definitely has to keep an eye on that Junkrat. And I'm not agreeing with this teleport build from Li Ming. It's just I don't feel like it's the right map for it. I get the idea of it is you just basically get Calamity and you just bounce around the team doing tons of damage with a really short cooldown. But you have to not take damage yourself to get have that happen. And that's very tough to do in team fights.
It's not a build you see often, and you're kind of seeing why. The 2 more common builds, Missiles is very consistent, and Orb punishes very bad positioning. With as tanky as the front line is from Winky Face, it's hard to secure those kills with just Calamity.
Yeah, I really Missile is the go-to build here on this map. You go with the missiles, you get the upgrades, so you get to end up with 5 magic missiles coming out. It's really good for the Immortal burn. Not what they chose to go with, but that's okay. It's working out so far. Worked out in the first half. We'll see if they can pull it through in the end.
Maybe what they were thinking is that with Calamity and Aetherwalker, they could just do more damage to the Immortal faster. That might be what they were thinking.
Yeah, they do get the halftime reset here. They need to clean up top though. Top has double camps pushing, and they cannot risk it. They have to get that cleaned up. They don't want to lose another keep if they can avoid it.
Sure. And they're showing top, so this is Winky Face's cue to go all in on damaging that Immortal.
Yeah, and they have their 20s as well too. Winky Face has the advantage right now. I'm surprised they're looking for an engage with that 20 advantage. They're gonna come back over for the defense. Team is a little split here for the most part. Being a little far forward. There's the Riptire coming out here looking for a pick. It's gonna actually get picked off here though. Lightning Breath from Diablo. He may
Great
fall.
Lightning Breath, but he's gonna pay for it.
There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. That's gonna be the triple.
Oh.
Just Hearth, Li Ming. Don't do it. Oh no, she did it. Li Ming trying to get away here.
Gonna get away. The smart play right now is not to chase her and just to finish off that Immortal.
Yeah, that is for sure. Diablo back up. He did have the souls.
Yeah,
He's
Diablo
trying to
was
get the
able
damage,
to stay
but
for so long because he had 100 souls. He's just going down so fast now at 0.
That's a big cooldown with that sound barrier blown here. Li Ming gets the pop onto the indestructible. Johanna walks away though. And without matching missile build, I don't think they can clean this Mortal up fast enough.
No, they definitely can't without Jimmy. Jimmy dying in that engage was huge.
Yeah, definitely was huge. Now, on the plus side, they did end up coming back a little bit. They got some nice poke onto the shield. Shield's a little lower, so they have a chance to defend here. They have to start damaging this Immortal very early. They cannot wait till it hits the keep, which is a risk because 20 is here for the side of Winky Face.
Yeah, you're kind of in a Sophie's Choice situation. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to engage them at 20 this far out, or are you going to let the Immortal kill the keep and possibly end the core?
Yeah, definitely. They're going to get the stun on the Blaze. Cassie gets a nice blind on the Rainer. Jack going to pop the heal. There's the ball lightning. That's a dead Jimmy. TV Smiley taking a lot of damage. Maybe the next tier is going to be able to walk away with that Shadow Stalker. Dark Angel taking quite a bit of poke damage here. Going to tap the well. Should be able to stay alive. Immortal down to about half health or so, but the shield is already gone and the core is falling very fast. This may be GG. I believe we can safely say so. Game 1 going over to Team
nice
Winky
Face.
Face.
To counter the lightning breath. Wow.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. Early game, 100% in Team Brain's Dead's favor, but towards the latter half there, Winky Face, once they got their 10s online, just was able to push forward and end up pulling through at the end of the game. Quick look at the stats and talents for you all. You can always pause this later in the VOD. So we show this for the teams in case they're curious or any of you guys. But yeah, interesting build from Li Ming. I mean, damage-wise, she did put out 75,000 damage, so she did something right. But, I don't know. Again, I don't necessarily agree with the build, but everybody plays their heroes a little differently. That's the great thing about Heroes of the Storm. Advent, that map was picked by Winky Face. So we will have the pick ban here. Let's see, should be coming out from... The choice will be up to Team Brain Dead.
Now, I think the important thing for that game was getting to level 10 for Winky Face. They get Junkrat level 10, he gets Riptire. Suddenly, he goes from a poke threat to a murder threat. And Junkrat getting that pick on Diablo early during that push, getting him to lose all of his souls, and getting the Riptire explosion in just ate up their team. It doesn't matter how much healing your team can put out if the other team is doing all of theirs in a big burst.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, we're just gonna wait here for the next map. I believe, if I remember correctly, and it's been a bit since I read the rules right when I first signed up, I believe it's loser's choice as to whether they want map or what for game 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up the rule set, I think. This is the plus about casting for a new group, guys. You have to relearn all the rules for each group. I love that blow up though. That one blow up triple kill, great. I hope one of you guys clipped that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go back and clip it myself. So hopefully one of you guys clipped it. Let's see, guys. FAQ, where is it? They need a second, guys. That's okay.
Yeah, looking at the stats for the team, you can see that Li Ming and Cassia both had a lot of poke, but the king of kill was Junkrat. He got 9 killing blows that game, and I'm willing to bet that at least half of them were just off of Riptire alone.
Yeah, a lot of value there. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the teams, guys. As soon as we get that map, we will let you guys know.
It was just such great synergy. Blaze would throw out the oil and would not light it on fire, having that incredibly high slow, let his team go in with Johanna to bring them all together. Junkrat could blow them up, Stukov lay down the silence, and Cassia just getting value off of her lightning ball bounces. Very good use of the new Blaze.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to Volskaya Foundry.
Oh, Volskaya. I have bad memories about that map.
Which, I'm going to be honest. I don't like this map.
Neither do I. The bottom capture point is just, oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, definitely an interesting map, but that's what was chosen. So, according to my list here, so the loser of the match of game 1 was Team Braindus. They had their choice. They won a first pick again, so Volskaya was going to be picked out by Winky Face. So that's where we're headed to initially. And we are just waiting on the teams to get in here. As soon as they get in here, we will be able to rock and roll. Swap there. Swap. There we go.
Given that they went Battlefield first, I'm guessing it was a good choice banning out Braxis, because if you like one 2-lane map, generally you like both 2-lane maps.
Yeah, that is for sure. It's interesting to see what'll happen here. This map has been changed. Initially, when this map dropped, it was very much Protector didn't do hardly anything. You just wait till the late game. You pick late game heroes, or at least in the pro scene, that's what we saw a lot of in the very competitive side of things. I don't think that was meant for me. Make sure he knew that. Yeah, so, and then they changed the Protector, and they upgraded it. It does a lot more damage now, so now it's worth fighting over. So now we see a lot more point control heroes. I haven't actually got to play Orphea here on this map. Let's see if we get the readies from them. So I'm curious to see how she plays out here on this map. But I suspect we'll see something, probably a Junkrat again if it doesn't get banned out here. Gets a lot of value. Stukov gets a lot of value here.
The
Diablo.
respect ban on Junkrat, I definitely expect.
Yeah, I would expect that, or the pickup. Just waiting on the ready from the team. As soon as we have that, we'll get rocking and rolling, guys, with this next match. Thank you all for joining us.
I'd like to see Braindead make Winky Face ban out Malvianus, because otherwise they're limiting themselves in that first pick slot.
Yeah, they need something strong out of the opening here. So honestly, I'm not sure. We just have to see what they go with.
Jaina, a really strong mage is what I'll go with first off.
It could be an option. Gul'dan, I like Gul'dan here.
Gul'dan is very strong. I know that there are players on both teams that play Gul'dan. Winky Face, I think B-Train plays Gul'dan 4 times as much as any other hero.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely expect to see Gul'dan to pop out here. Maybe Kael'thas. This is one of his better maps. So not sure who plays Kael'thas on either team though, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. I do expect to see Stukov either banned or taken, because he is so amazing here. On any captured point type map, he's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I do know that DB Smiley likes that Stukov. He was even joking in chat earlier that he's just like a Stukov one trick. Obviously not true. He plays other supports, mostly because, at least in past leagues where I've casted them, he gets banned out, so he doesn't normally get his Stukov. So he's definitely capable of playing other heroes. Now, guys, just a reminder, this is a best of 3. We're just waiting on the teams here. One of them had somebody run off for a quick bio break, but it's a best of 3, so there's a chance for a third game here. As a caster, I don't root for any particular team. I root for the game 3. So in this situation, I'm rooting for Team Braindead because I want that game 3. But we'll see
always
how,
hope for
what happens.
the excitement. You root for excitement in my mind.
Yeah.
Exciting is game 3.
Yeah, game 3 is always exciting because it's like it's close. So it's like this is what decides it. That's why best of 3 is the best. Unless it's a best of 5, but then that just gets a little long.
it's one thing I really like about Heroes Lounge. With the best of three, you know who won the round, who won the match.
Mhm.
You know that there's a winner coming out. You don't have a tie. You have the person who won at least two, and you have the other team.
Yeah. Let's see.
I know as a player, it's always nice when we know who has won, and it gets kind of frustrating when there's a tie, because then you just feel like there's something you could have done differently.
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
you don't know who's better.
Yeah, you don't know. So that's again, I agree with you. The best three is the best thing. Mosher, I do love you guys. I love everybody. We just share the love around here. Alright, we got the double readies, guys. We're jumping in to the next game. Volskaya.
God.
Alright, guys. First pick a band gonna be over to Team Braindead again. They had choice, obviously, after that last game. Advent sitting there in chat rooting for his homeboys, Team Braindead. And hopefully they can pull it through here. First band, maybe Junkrat Respect Band. Maybe. We might see the Morganis again. We'll see what they decide to go with. They're going to get rid of Phoenix, which is something they banned out last game, actually.
They've clearly have done their homework, and there's something about Winky Face's Phoenix that they just don't want to deal with.
I mean, that's a fair thing. There's certain heroes you don't want to play against certain people. Genji coming off the board again from Winky Face. Don't want to deal with that Shimada brother. I don't think we'll see the Hanzo ban here, at least in this initial phase, from Team Braindead again. I'm curious. If they're not going to take the Junkrat, I think they need to get rid of Junkrat here, because he's just strong. If you're in the right hands, and clearly Winky Face has a good Junkrat player, they're going to get rid of the Morganis.
Ooh. Again, I would have liked to see them force the other team to ban that.
Yeah, I agree. But again, there's scouting on each side. They may just not play Morganis. Since they don't play Morganis, and it shows in their hot slugs history that they don't play Morganis, then it's kind of like, why would we ban something you're not going to play? You know. So that may be the case, possibly.
The secret to Mal'Ganis is that he's really easy to play. You get 5-10 games with him, and you're fine bringing him into competitive. He is just that dumb.
You just don't like that sleep, do you?
I don't like the sleep. I don't like the survivability. But here's Garrosh coming out first.
I like Garrosh on this map. Anything that can help get people off of that point is the most important thing. Blaze coming out here again for the side of Winky Face. Jaina to follow it up. Gonna have some nice slows to stack on top of Blaze's slows. Stukov, Yrel, DB Smiley gonna be playing his Stukov here. It's a rare occurrence, folks, especially on a stream, so make sure you enjoy it. The Yrel, I love that pickup, especially considering it was banned out last time Blaze was picked up. Clearly shows that the Blaze player does not like playing against Yrel. And she's good on this point control map.
She's hard for almost every off-lane to deal with, except for really niche ones like Malthael.
Mm-hmm.
And Smiley Face is banning out the Cassia. They used Cassia last time, so it's kind of interesting to see that they would be the ones banning her.
Yeah, and then the Johanna ban. I mean, the Johanna ban makes sense. There's still a tank needs to be picked up for Winky Face. The Cassia ban
did a lot of work.
Yeah, Johanna did a lot of. Cassia ban says to me that we're taking an auto attack hero, and we know you're not going to triple tank. That's what Cassia says to me, because she has that blind. You know, Lily's not going to come into play here because you already have Stukov. There's Jim Raynor. That's what I figured. And Tehran.
Jimmy switching sides. He worked out pretty well for the race with Team Braindead. We'll see what Winky Face can do with him. I'm expecting that that's Junkrat switching over to Raynor.
I would assume so, but you never know. Countdown here for the last 2 picks for Team Braindead. They're going with the Greymane and
Finally.
triple quad melee. I mean, actually, technically, all 5 members are melee. I mean,
Technically,
you can say 4.5 if you want to count Greymane as a half hero for ranged and melee, because he does have that option. So they are looking to kill somebody and fast between the silence from Alarak, the Greymane potential for the blow up. My guess is we'll see it go for the throw. Curse Bullet could come into play with the double front line between that Muradin and Blaze. But it'll definitely be interesting to see which way things roll here. Now, based off this, again, I'll ask you the same thing as last game. Based off of it, ignoring the team names, what do you think of these 2 drafts? Who's got it in the bag for this initial one?
Oh, ignoring the team names is hard. But I like the draft by Winky Face because they took the mage, took the area denial. Alarak is so feast or famine. You could be winning the entire game, then he dies once, and then you're suddenly behind on Alarak. He's just so difficult. He has one of the highest skill caps in the game. I like that Jaina on Team Smiley. It's such great area denial.
Yeah, definitely a good choice. Guys, jumping in to this next match, we're going to have Team Braindead on the left in the blue, trying to bring it back here, down 1 game. Going to tie it up, bring us to the best of 3, hopefully. DB Smiley on his Stukov. Dark Angel going to be on that Garrosh. Fabre is going to be on that Greymane. Jack V1 going to be on, I believe that's Yrel, and Malthanis is going to be on that Alarak. And on the right-hand side in the red, we are going to have VZ on that Tehran. Jenzers is going to be playing that Raynor this time. B-Train looks like he's on the Muradin. Brickhouse on that Jaina. And Max playing that Blaze again. Gonna hold it down against that Alarak in the solo lane. Initial poke here coming out from the teams. Dark Angel taking a little damage.
Now,
And,
Smiley doesn't really want to come out and fight this because with a 5-man clash, they're giving Alarak a chance to finish his quest.
Yeah, Winky Face does not want to come in hard here. You don't want to give Alarak that easy quest at level 1. That is for sure. Yrel is going to be up top. Interesting spot. May rotate down to the bottom. Or Grape. They're going to... I love this choice right now by Team Braindead. They've been pressuring Blaze with more DPS style heroes. It was the Raynor last game. They brought Greymane down. It's going to be the Yrel now. Just trying to put as much pressure as they can onto Max here. And, kind of push out that lane, get themselves some value, and end up making it harder for rotations, etc. to happen from the side of Winky Face.
I think Greymane went down there just to soak until Yrel popped on down here. A camp being picked up by Winky Face.
Yeah, early turret camps are very popular. You want the items here on this map. Raynor showing off that nice melee animation now for those autos that's new to the game. There's going to be the jump in, or toss in and jump out by B-Train. Did not want to hang around Dark Angel there any longer than he had to. Greymane
Merton's a great tank to deal with Garrosh because he can bait out the throw and then just leap out and escape. But with Alarak there, if they can time their combo effectively, they can throw and then silence him and force Muradin to be stuck in the back line.
Yeah, you get the silence possibility. You also have Stukov with that silence comes into play. Garrosh, once he gets that taunt, almost guarantees the silence on Muradin. And there's some potential for some heavy blow up if he gets tossed in. Really on anyone that gets tossed in once those talents get locked in here for these teams.
This is true. I think that Winky Face has the easier time with their heroes because I think that the burden of execution right now is on Team Braindead. They have harder heroes to play, and their combos are harder to execute.
Yeah, definitely going to be a little bit more work for them to pull off here. Both teams going for their hard camps now. Interesting choice. DB Smiley just sitting there with the silence onto all three of the minions here to make sure that they get picked up with an equal amount of damage. Interesting choice.
They waited until the last second to capture that camp. I like that. They didn't cap it right away.
Yeah, Greymane up top are looking like he's ready to clear this up. And we see Team Randa going for the earlier soak here, deciding to try to push for that level 7 before this objective because they have a little bit of time.
They definitely can't go in without Stukov there.
Yeah, Stukov is back now. Both teams have a turret. Nobody with the heal pulse. You're all making our way up to the point.
Alarak going all in on the E build. Let's see if he can get any charges. There he goes, and completed the quest just like that.
Yep, quest done fairly early, which is always a great thing, but a lot of damage coming out here onto Dark Angel on that Garrosh. Slow gonna come out onto Mal'Thanis. Tron,
There's
stun,
a silence
Murden. Greymane's going in a little deep with that team. There's gonna be a turret down now for the side of Winky Face. One still being held by Team Braindead, so they do have that slight advantage here. You're gonna see the tap come out from Winky Face.
Yeah, Alarak completed his quest in that engage. You can play as careful as you can against Alarak, never giving him a single stack on this quest, and then one engage, bam, he completes the whole thing.
So all it takes. We're gonna see another turret here picked up for the side of Winky Face, so items will be tied again.
That's a really good play by Winky Face. They used their resources and they regained it. Wow! 3-person silence. Murden, can he go down? He gets away.
We're gonna walk away with about 10 HP, but Blaze does not get out.
Wow. I think Winky Face needs to just let them have it.
Well, at this point with 99%, they don't really have a choice. Now, the interesting is what is Team Braindead going to do with this? Looks like they may start moving top, which is where you normally want to go with this. Try to get that well pushed down, try to get that value. You know,
I like them going top here because they had that camp that was still there, and it would have gotten some value if they hadn't gone there immediately.
Oh yeah, definitely agree with you on that one. But yeah, once they get rid of this well, that'll be a lot of value for this next objective. It's one of the important things to do on this map is the second objective is always top, the third one is always bottom. So whoever wins the point really wants to get as much value as they can out of it. And by pushing down a lane, oh, the quick blow up on the Jaina there. Alarak with that range shot in that protector. Gonna see B-Train go down as well too, to that protector damage.
He's just getting more and more stacks.
Yeah, more and more stacks, and this is actually gonna be the fort going down, which is a big deal. This fort going down is really gonna open up this lane for the side of Team Braindead, and almost, I mean, I don't want to say it guarantees it 100%, but it's gonna be really difficult for Winky Face to come back and get this objective up top when it spawns.
It's going to be extremely hard because I believe they won't be able to hit 10 in time while Team Braindead will be secure in their level 10s. And they won't have any, they don't even have a wall to fall back to.
Yeah, they will not have the wall to fall back to. Speaking of level 10s, they are locked in now for Team Braindead. It looks like fairly standard picks here out of both teams. Garrosh holding his for now. I would expect we're going to see the Warlord's challenge, and there it is locked in. Cursed Bullet from Greymane. Gonna try to get that extra damage onto the front line before diving in. Does work on the back line as well, but a little bit more value on those front line tanky heroes. And they're not gonna push it on this wall. Try to get the tower down, which gives them some nice value here if they get it down.
Oh, Alarak's very low, but they don't have any dive to finish him off. But, oh, as I say that, in jumps Murden, and out he goes.
Yeah, Murden with a quick in and out there from the toss in from Garrosh and using that Dwarf toss to get right back on out. Looks like an invade on the camp with these level 10s. I love this call from Winky Face. Oh, they're not going to take it. I'm really surprised. They're looking for the Blaze pick
they're going for
instead.
that Blaze. And the conveyor belt. Oh.
Are they going to get Murden here?
They still might get this kill. Yep, Murden goes down.
They get Murden, but they did have to use the Ardent Defender, unfortunately, which is a long 2-minute cooldown here. Turret did get picked up by the side of Winky Face, so they will be able to hold on to their turret at least for this next team fight.
Alarak's at 102 sadism and 12 on his E-Quest at level 4 for negatively charged.
Yeah, doing some work
So that's 60% more damage from the quest for each lightning surge he hits with.
Yeah, we have a Hyperion here from Raynor and a Starfall from Tyrande. So very much AoE zoning tools here for these points. Blaze does have that bunker, which will definitely help the team as far as protection whenever there's the dive coming in from that Alarak, from that Greymane. And Ring of Frost from Jaina. If she can land that, that could be some big value for her team.
It'll be interesting to see if this is the level 10 difference that it was in last game. There's Ring. Doesn't get anybody. Street Buff says, get away from my team.
Yeah, DB Smiley getting a lot of value there with that massive, swipes there. They did burn the heal pulse. Not the end of the world though. Bunker traded as long as Ring also and Hyperion. So that's a lot of ults down. I think Tyrande used her ult as well. So the only thing up is Avatar for Murden for Winky Face. And comparatively, they'll be up ults up for Alarak and Greymane and Garrosh. So that's a little scary here.
Yeah, the cooldown on Cursed Bullet is only 30 seconds, so I expect to see that come out pretty much every engage.
Yeah. And this is a good
Looks
choice
like
by Winky Face. They're not going for this, which is the better play. They need to push out bottom, get some XP, get some value, because they're not going to be able to win this without this fort and well here.
Whoa, little minor engage happening middle.
And it's Murden. He's okay.
Yeah, I like this heavy push-in bot. They say, okay, we know you're going to get the objective. You can do whatever you want with that, but in exchange, we're going to take out this fort.
Well, this is going to...
right call.
Well, yeah, and for them, this is not only going to give them XP, this is going to even up the bottom lane, assuming Team Braindead does push down this bottom fort, because the next objective will be bottom. So by evening this up, they're going to give themselves an even playing field as far as structure goes, which could be very important here during this. Protector up top. We see which way they go with it. Looks like they're actually headed for the keep wall here.
Well, they have the healing pulse. They have the turret. They have what they need to go in hard and take out this keep. And an early keep is huge on this map.
It is huge, but I don't know about this call for sure. We'll see if it works out for one. There's the dive in on the wall. Hyperion gonna come out to defend. Starfall still being held.
Alright, they're backing off. I think they're gonna go middle now.
Yeah, definitely go middle. Hand is there to shut down the fort.
Heck, they might get middle and bottom force from this.
They could if they play this right here. 13 finally locked in for the side of Winky Face.
So far, they've taken out turret in the wall, middle fort. Let's see what they can get accomplished in bottom lane.
As long as they focus this well, I think that'll be good for them. We see the Protector moving in towards that well. They're going to try to burn it down here before the time runs out. They do get that well down, which is a big deal. That's going to be the most value for them.
And you're just seeing the snowball effect of this map. The first Protector turned into the second, turned in, and now it might be the third.
Yeah,
That's
big rating on the multiple numbers.
Out comes the healing pulse.
If Jaina falls, though... 1-for-1 trade so far. Garrosh goes down as the Jaina. There's a nice stun on the multiple numbers from Max. He's not in position though.
Blaze comes into stun, but he dies for it.
You know, but honestly, it's a 2-for-1 trade. That's not the end of the world. You know, Jaina fell fairly early in that fight to Alarak. So getting at least a counter kill does help, but then losing that Blaze, who I understand was trying to save Murden there. And he did succeed. Murden did survive. But when you're really just trading one hero for one hero, is it really that big of a deal? You know, as far as for your team.
Trading 1-for-1 is always going to be to the detriment of Team Winky Face because of that Alarak. Unless they're killing that Alarak, each 1-for-1 trade is giving him more damage.
That is true. Now they do get a little bit of comeback XP, so the XP advantage for them does favor them for any kind of, you know, knockout or anything.
and Alarak went right of Rack Shear, so if they can secure kills on the targets Alarak picks up, he can infinitely stack that right.
And that could be deadly. Alarak already put in a lot of damage, sitting at 35,000 hero damage. Next highest hero damage is going to be Greymane, followed by Muradin. So a little bit of a tough game here for Winky Face, and I mean, at this point, it's looking like we may have our game 3.
If things keep up the way they are, but again, this is an Alarak game, so what Team Winky Face really just needs to do is kill that Alarak, get him to lose his stats.
Yeah, it definitely would help if they could immerse it down. The problem is getting in. It was a nice ring from Jaina, but Smiley on that Stukov with the flailing swipes, just as soon as that ring comes down, it's just like, yeah, we're not fighting you guys, go away. If we're to get that free Stormbolt stack on a Dark Angel there. More pressure in the top lane.
And Alarak has 20 stacks on negatively charged. It's with the boost from the talent, it's doing over 250% more damage from the center shot.
There's the Ring of Frost lands. Alarak with the Unstoppable may not make it out. There's going to be that kill on the Alarak finally. Hyperion coming down as well. That's going to be a second kill, looks like, here onto your own. No, she's able to get the Ardent Defender off here. But DB Smiley and Dark Angel, they may be in trouble.
I think they just need to cut their losses and run. Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're doing. They lose to Stukov. Dark Angel trying to walk away here, gonna get stunned out. Should be another kill, so 3-for-0 trade. And that's gonna be some nice XP.
This is huge. That gives Winky Face the level 16. It gives them the bottom, at least a lot of it, progress on the bottom protector. And they have the bottom lane open, so they can just walk in and take out this keep.
Yeah, definitely. Either whoever gets this can go for a keep. Either way, you know, both keep walls are free to attack. The turret is gonna be picked up for the side of Winky Face, so a little more help for that point. And honestly, by the time people respawn, I don't know if there's gonna be enough value for Team Branded to come and fight this fight here. Also, real quick, Graceful, thank you for the raid. Hope you guys enjoyed those games. We are sitting at game number 2 of our best of 3 between Team Branded and Winky Face. Winky Face is up in the series 1-0. Team Branded have been leading this game so far, but we see a comeback here from Winky Face so far. And this next objective could end the game potentially.
It could, and what Alarak lost all of his sadism stacks because he got killed. That's going to be huge for this engage. That's 30% less damage coming out of Alarak.
Yeah, that is going to be less damage. First bullet comes out, not going to connect. Ring of Frost going to hit onto 2 members.
2 roots.
There goes Yrel. She's getting the first fall in this fight. There's some more damage coming out. This could be GG, potentially. Dark Angel going to fall next on that Garrosh. That's 2 kills. DB Smiley too far out. Looking for the pick on Brick House. Can he get the kill? They do get the kill onto the Jaina at least. But Brandon actually walk away.
Over just in range so that he'd get the sadism stack.
Hey, you know, if you can get it, you can get it.
Top lane might lose top keep if they don't send somebody back to deal with that.
I don't know if it matters at this point. They have a protector. It's 16 minutes in. Yeah, they're down Jaina, but this is definitely a keep in the bottom lane for him. There's the only range damage is Greymane, and you know it's very risky for him to go in onto this.
They're sending a lot of damage. They're sending Jimmy back. They're playing it safe.
They are playing it safe. I mean,
I think they're playing it a little too safe, not even letting the protector take damage from the towers, but that's a lot of damage on Alarak.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's what I was talking about. If they have follow-up there, that's a potential kill. You get that kill, you get a second kill. That's all you need to end up winning the game. There.
He just baited that out. And they might not even get the keep here if they don't play more aggressively.
Yeah, well, Jaina was dead, and Raynor was their only other damage. So, again, they saved their keep in the top lane, but they're not going to secure bottom, it looks like. We see the DPS starting to move back in for Winky Face here. Protector's only got about 30 seconds or so left on it.
Oh, Alarak gets away, though.
Just able to get away. Nice chunk of damage there from the laser.
Rayman
back up. There's Hyperion.
Hyperion's gonna miss the keep though. They're just barely gonna get it.
Yeah, they are going to end up securing the keep here, but again, I feel like they could have possibly ended the game there, but playing safe isn't always the end of the world. You know, by playing safe there, they make sure they don't lose any heroes, they don't risk losing a counter keep, so it's an okay trade for them on the end of the day, because they do get that keep in the bottom lane. They're going to get that catapult pressure, and now that lane has to be babysat, here's looking for potential engage. B-Train maybe in trouble here. There's the pull-in. There's going to be the silence coming out. First bullet comes in. They're going in. Avatar did come out. Ray of Frost going to land on multiple members here. Tons of damage coming out from Jaina. There's going to be 2 kills. Looking for a third here. Stukov going to fall. Ardent Defender comes out, keeping Yrel alive. But that is going to be GG.
Yep. They all stayed grouped up for that Jaina, and they just got blown up.
Yeah, it was. I get what they wanted to do. They wanted to fight before that level 20, but it's just a little too risky there in that tight choke with that Jaina. You know, so much burst damage in such a tight area really makes for a difficult challenge. Jack gonna try to stall this out some. I don't think it's gonna happen though. He is probably just gonna fall here as well, and will make it back inside of the base for a heal. But this core is gonna fall. That's gonna be GG. Jim Raynor blowing this down. Game number 2 going over to Winky Face, and they will take the series with the 2-0. Congratulations to Team Winky Face here.
Well, that was a great job coming back by Winky Face.
Yeah, great job by them coming back. Quick look here at the stats for you all for anyone curious. Alarak, 51,000 hero damage, did some heavy work. Murden on the other side, B-Train doing damage.
I'm wondering how much of that was done while he was in the Protector.
That's true. That's true. You do get damage from the Protector. That's a valid point. I'll take that. However, that's still really high for a Murden. Let's be honest.
It is.
All right, guys. So that looks like that is going to be it for us tonight. Congratulations again to Winky Face, Team Brain Dead, holding it down as much as they could. We thought they might have the game, but they were not successful, unfortunately. That's gonna be it for us tonight, guys. No more games tonight. Graysville, again, thank you for the raid, guys. Thank you for follows, etc. Mungus, can the people find you on Twitch? Any shout outs or anything before we go?
They can. I do have a Twitch channel. I don't do many solo streams myself, but they can find me. I believe it's. I actually don't know my own Twitch thing. That's how little I use it. It's Twitch TV/MunkisBeaver.
Okay.
They can find me playing with Beast Coast on Saturday, and I'm giving a shout out to our sister team, which is Arrogant Nephilim.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Guys, if you enjoyed the stream, I cast Heroes of the Storm pretty much every week, usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can keep an eye right here for updates, or on Twitter. Link is down below. Usually the day of, we'll post that. If you hit that follow button, when I go live, you'll get a notification, and that is what you really need, because then you'll just know, like, boom, Mega Man Fan is live. I can come hang out and watch some Heroes action. If you guys really enjoyed, you can subscribe. Twitch Prime lets you do it for free. Never required, but always appreciated. Thank you, everyone, for the follows, etc. during that stream. Hang tight. I will try to find out if there is another game going for Heroes Lounge. And if we can get you guys over to them, we definitely will. That's going to be it for us. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, great night, and I will see you all next week or in the Nexus.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night. Erase all of these broken dreams in flight.